We're going to talk about what happened in Alberta today with the teachers' protests, but then we're going to talk about the greater labor movement that we are seeing across Canada. In Edmonton today, there was an estimated 18,000 to 20,000 protesters there in support of Alberta teachers who are set to strike tomorrow morning, October 6th.
It's about standing up for the principles of fairness, equity.
And before you jump in the comments talking about how teachers are greedy and they are asking for too much money, out of all the speakers there today at the Edmonton Legislature, not one of them really talked about teachers' pay, not even the ATA president, Jason Schilling. They talked about teachers being overwhelmed with the amount of students that they are having to teach. They talked about the laws that the government is implementing that the teachers feel extremely uncomfortable about. And the government has done nothing to address this. As I've said over and over again, the government could end this strike tonight if they wanted, right now. If they offered caps on classroom sizes and offered some formula to address classroom complexity, I'm very positive that there would be a deal between teachers and the government. The 3,000 teachers the government has offered over 3 years is not even close to enough to address the concerns we're talking about. That's not even one extra teacher per school in Alberta. And you might say, well, Cole, why would the union take a deal back to teachers that they know they're not going to accept? Well, the government for months has been saying that that was their best and final offer. What is the union supposed to do? Not take it to teachers and still have a strike, or take it to the teachers and have them shoot it down and then strike? At least the teachers gave the union the mandate to say, yeah, we're ready to go ahead with a strike, and confirm to the public that this is not good enough, no matter what the government is telling you. It's also worth noting that most teachers are not making $100K a year. The average salary in Alberta is about $80,000, somewhere around there, which is good money. But if we are being realistic, that is just like an average salary to get by in today's economy. But regardless, this strike is really not about pay. Now, on top of the demonstration being held in Edmonton today, there was also demonstrations in Calgary and Grand Prairie that I know of. I heard in Calgary there was at least a few thousand. In Grand Prairie, I'm not sure on the number, but some of the videos I'm seeing, it looked like there was a fair amount of people there. But what I do want to talk about is the labor movement that we are seeing in the country as a whole, because this is not just happening in Alberta. So Alberta has 51,000 teachers going on strike tomorrow, and potentially tens of thousands of healthcare workers going on strike in the coming weeks. In BC, there are 17,000 public service workers currently on strike. That strike disrupts everything from liquor and cannabis stores to child and development services to the parks. And we've just learned that an additional 23,000 healthcare workers will be joining those other 17,000 workers on strike. We currently have Canada Post on strike, which is over 50,000 workers. In Ontario, there is 10,000 public college support workers on strike. They are going on their 4th week of striking. And we saw the Air Canada strike just a few months ago. So why is everyone striking now? We can also point out that this is happening under Conservative governments in Ontario and Alberta, under the NDP in BC, and under our federal Liberal government. So it's not realistic to say that this is the fault of one political party or a right versus left issue. What I do know is that this labor disruption is not good for anyone. It's not good for the workers themselves, and it's not good for the economy, and it's not good for the people who rely on the services that these people provide. So some smart person, with some balls I might add, better figure out how we get past this, because we cannot continue on as a country like this.